Ladies and gentlemen, it's going on 2 years, and they have a recording that shows that Rudy Giuliani might have been inebriated giving Trump advice. Okay? And so this is what we're going to focus our lives around. Yes, Trump disagreed with Democrats. Yes, Democrats for the past 6 years have stated that the Kremlin installed Trump and now are horrified and completely indignant that Trump would disagree with them. Okay, so now Giuliani maybe had too many, I don't know, to drink, and that's what they come up with. That's the amazing, paradigm-changing revelation today. And this is all over the Associated Press, Newsweek. There was turmoil between Trump's team and Rudy Giuliani. All right. Have you seen the stock market today? I did a segment earlier this morning on the Stock Market Crash channel, on the stock market and on this channel. So check the segment prior to this channel, please, right now, ladies and gentlemen. I have been telling everyone since September of 2021 that the market is going to tank, that Bitcoin's going to tank, and everything's going to absolutely collapse. Our economy, and this is really why Democrats are doing this, because they don't have an answer to the economy in free fall. We have inflation at 8 to 9%. It's getting worse. 8.6% was the last number, and it's actually increasing. It was decreasing for a second, tiny decrease, then it increased. We have corporate profits declining. There are going to be layoffs. We have oil at $120+ per barrel. And we have declining GDP with interest rates increasing. So interest rates are increasing as the GDP declines. We have a contracting economy. Now the NASDAQ is down. Dow is down 855 points. I told you it's going to get below 30,000. Unfortunately, I don't want that to happen, where we're going to have major layoffs. Major layoffs, and it's going to be an economy that is, we're in free fall. It's at 30,536, the Dow. The NASDAQ is down, 520 points in the NASDAQ. 520 points in the NASDAQ. And then you have the S&P 500 down 147 points. It's at 3753. And so the NASDAQ's at 10,819. So you have a situation where, everything's in free fall. Where there's food shortages, we have crime that's rampant in every major city. Homelessness is skyrocketing. Most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. More so now than ever. Most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Your life is objectively worse under Mashed Potato Brains Joe than the Orange Menace Trump. Objectively worse. And all they have to show for it is a really horrible day that I condemned 2 years ago. The only rebuttal they have, or the only response, or the only solution is focus on how mean and horrible Trump is. This is become some kind of performance art for Democrats. The economy stinks. Foreign policy, you see what's taking place in Europe. Biggest geopolitical nightmare in modern European history. And the wonderful alliance there is just watching it. And Mashed Potato Brains Joe and his bumbling, stumbling administration is doing nothing. They want to blame it. They want to blame what's taking place there for inflation and gas prices. Gas prices doubled, and they were on their way to doubling before this nightmare in Europe. There were food shortages, and there was a talk of a recession before. And there was inflation before. So you can't blame. No one believes that gas prices are elevated to the point they are because of the geopolitical nightmare in Europe now. Nobody believes that. They all blame Mashed Potato Brains Joe. That's why you have those stickers you see sometimes that people put up, and then you see other people try to like rip them off. It's really hilarious. But hit subscribe to this channel right now. I'm not advocating anybody put up any stickers. I have never. Oh my God. Guidelines and policies. I have never, and nor do I ever advocate that anybody put up a sticker. I'm just saying, oh my God. Hit subscribe to this channel. Hit subscribe to the stock market crash channel and the Bitcoin crash to 10,000 or lower channel. I've been neglecting that channel for like 4 days, and then exactly what I've said is going to happen. Bitcoin price is now at 23,000 people. It's gonna get to 10,000 or lower. It's getting to 10,000 or lower, and I don't want that to happen. But you have to understand, like, the way Democrats work. It's the following. Here's the morally superior, highly educated Democratic mind. Okay? This is the morally superior, wonderful, highly educated liberal Democratic voter. They will look at rising gas prices, inflation, GDP contracting, food shortages, oil prices at 120 plus per barrel. On their way to breaking record highs, by the way. The global economy is contracting. Our economy is contracting. We're going to have layoffs, unfortunately. The stock market's going to descend further. I mean, this is, ladies and gentlemen, the correction, quote unquote, that people think. This is the beginning of an absolute collapse. We're going to get to where we were in 2019 and 2020 levels in the stock market. Crypto is absolutely imploding. And there could also be, God forbid, ICBMs flying above, the Earth cracking open, Martians coming and taking over the planet. I mean, anything you could think of, anything. 401ks going to zero, anything you could think of, and then they'd say, well, at least Trump isn't tweeting. The morally superior liberal Democrats would say, at least Trump isn't tweeting. They're highly educated, and they're the adults in the room. They are the adults in the room. You have to understand this. The wonderful Democrats who disown friends and family because of politics, because they're so normal and rational, and they think their side is so pure and wonderful. Meanwhile, Hunter is raking millions. Hunter is doing things that none of the Trump kids have ever even remotely been accused of doing. I mean, you have emails showing he gives 10% of all his earnings to Mashed Potato Brains Joe as he's selling the family name to acquire these business deals. The family name is access to the U.S. government. It's okay, Trump, if your name is Trump and you're building a brand or any brand, let's say you build a brand based on your name, and it's a family business, fantastic. But you don't have access to the United States government, and you don't have emails from people saying, how can you use your influence on the company's behalf? Hunter was given emails asking him how he can use his influence on the company's behalf. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's criminal right there. And if Trump ever had that email, you better believe everyone at every intel agency and everyone in D.C. would say, investigate immediately and don't ever stop until you find a crime, which wouldn't have been hard to find. But it's Hunter and Joe, and so, no, hands off. Everyone knows that the people talking about morality and decency and civility are the ones trying to suppress any information that makes them look bad and amplify and sensationalize anything that makes Trump look bad. And everyone, it's the economy, stupid. Bill Clinton found that out, okay? That was 30 plus years ago. We learned. It's about the economy. Voters care about the economy, okay? It's about the economy. The electorate is about their pocketbook and the economy and also foreign policy. For me, it's foreign policy. I want anyone who opposes the Lincoln Project, Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld people. That's how you go from Bernie Sanders to Trump, and then you look at Trump and you say, wait a second, great economy, first president ever to allocate more funding, to allocate funding to historically black colleges and universities than the most funding, and he made it permanent. And Trump signed an executive order combating anti-Semitism on college campuses. The Doha agreement that Biden completely botched. We can go on forever. First president to step foot in North Korea, Abraham Accords. Trump was a million times better than what we have now. And that's exactly why Democrats are focused on what he did 2 years ago. And they still can't find a crime. Anyway, hit subscribe to this channel right now. Go to the stock market crash channel and the Bitcoin crash channel right now. I have a lot of segments up today. Very important. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you so very much to all 3 channels. And if you want to support my work, my Patreon is below.